Hey, how you doing? Duff here. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Yeah, I'm standing on a box, or I'm leaning on a box. I'll tell you more about this box later, what it is. I doubt that you will guess what this is, but yeah. Hey, I've been wanting to shoot a video regarding the latest and greatest screw up by Gotways, or screw up by Gotway. Begode, Gotway, whatever you want to call it. I personally would probably continue to call them Gotway. And it has to do, of course, with quality control and safety. Now, I have been talking about Gotway and their lack of emphasis on quality control for a long time. Dating back at the beginning of this video, you saw a clip from a video that I made back in 2017 regarding Gotway. And some of the decisions they were making back then. That particular video was about them releasing, it was the M Super V3 Plus, I believe, with faulty firmware that if you hit a bump while you were rolling, it would cause a wild oscillation that would throw a rider off. And that was what that particular incident was about. And there's been many Gotway quality issues since then. I think the general consensus up until maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 months, a year ago, I would say actually up until the MSP, or after the MSP was released, there was a general consensus that Gotway was doing at least marginally better with their QC. That the wheels weren't quite as dangerous as they had been in the past. Well, recently there's been a number of issues, and they're the most concerning type of all: fire. In the last week, there's been two that I know of, two documented cases of Gotway wheels burning up. One was, I think one was an MSP, a year-old MSP. The other was a brand spanking new Gotway Monster Pro. So that's really concerning, especially considering the energy potential in a 3600 watt-hour wheel. It was a rider over in Poland. His M Super Pro burned up to a crisp. There's lots of video of it out there on the internet. I have some pictures that I'll be showing as I'm doing my speaking here of the fires as well. And really, that is, to me, that's almost more dangerous than a cutout, the fire problem, because a lithium fire burns incredibly hot and it's incredibly dangerous. You're not talking about, now with a cutout, obviously, you know, someone could have very severe injuries from a cutout. Say a MOSFET fried, or a wire got too hot and melted stuff. Serious, very serious, and Gotway has a long history of that happening. But with a fire, it's even worse, because if this fire happens in a situation where it's unsupervised, you're talking about a potential for tremendous loss of property, potentially life even, depending on what happens. Somehow I also forgot to mention that there was yet another fire in the last week, and of all places it was in the eWheels warehouse. I believe it was a, was an RS that caught fire. I don't remember what wheel it was. A Gotway wheel caught fire, damaged several wheels that were in the same container. And yeah, so that was really cool too. Wheels spontaneously combusting while they're in the box. My understanding is that was from a power button being turned on during the entire transport time frame. Good job, Gotway. Manufacturers really is no excuse in my mind for manufacturers to skimp on quality when it comes to battery safety. And it seems pretty clear that Gotway has done that. Now, these two fires, there's been a number of fires in the last couple years, and unless my memory is bad, there's only one situation I know of where it was not a Gotway wheel that burned up. I remember the Inmotion V10s had issues with poor water protection for the battery pack, and there was some fires with Inmotion V10s. But I cannot remember any other wheel fire other than a Gotway wheel. So I mean, that really is, you know, there's been a lot of backlash on the internet. A lot of people are like, hey, you know, Gotway already has been having all sorts of issues. You know, a lot of people have been criticizing Gotway. Veteran has definitely taken a big bite out of their business for upper end wheels, without having to sacrifice quality, which it seems like it's something that Gotway's been doing. And these fires are just the icing on the cake, the icing on a really bitter, terrible tasting cake. So I don't know. I mean, really, I've said this before. I said this back in 2017. The only way that as consumers, if you are not okay with this, if you are not okay with Gotway cutting corners when it comes to rider safety, the only way to let them know about it, because they're not going to pay much attention to social media, is with your wallet. If you continue to buy Gotway wheels, you're telling them that it's okay for them to release wheels that have not been fully tested, that have not had adequate quality control done on them. So really, that is your only recourse as a consumer, and that is the recourse that I plan to be taking. I don't have any intentions of buying a Gotway wheel anytime soon. When you add the fire problem on top of the issues with all the new hollow motor Gotways, with the bearing problems, that has been a mess as well. I saw someone posted a picture of an RS motor that they opened up after, I think it was either 700 kilometers or 700 miles, and it was a mess. I mean, it was rusted. It looked terrible. It looked like water had been. It looked like it was dumped in a bathtub. It was that bad. And just for comparison's sake, someone had a motor that was out of an older Gotway, a non-hollow motor Gotway, that I think had a couple thousand miles on it, clean as a whistle. Not a speck of corrosion on the inside of the wheel. So yeah, this hollow motor thing, I mentioned this on social media. To me, hollow motors are a fail, okay? They are a fail. To put quality bearings in these wheels requires a lot of expense. You need to pay for quality bearings. And in addition to that, that design seems to allow for ingress of water easily. That's ridiculous. It is not worth the trade-off to me. I would rather have them go back to re-engineer the pedal hangers. KingSong figured out a way to do it. Gotway needs to come up with a way to get away from the shim design with their old style and go back to a design that actually is able to tolerate moisture in the motor, tolerate dirt. It's insane what's going on, really, in my opinion. So. And I have one hollow motor wheel here, the Inmotion V11, knock on cardboard. It's still okay, but who knows how long that will be. I am definitely not a fan of hollow motors based on their track record thus far. I think the minuses outweigh the pluses, clearly. So anyways, that was just me just ranting about Gotway once again. Even though it's been over 3 years, no, it's been about 3 years. It's still the same song and dance. Gotway just does not focus on putting a high quality wheel together. They really do not. Look at the interior of a V11, of a KingSong, even a Z10, which they don't make anymore. Just look at the difference with the attention to detail, the isolation of components, the battery design between a Gotway wheel and their competitors, and it's pretty it's a pretty stark difference. So everyone has to make their own decision. I know I'm not going to be supporting Gotway financially anytime soon. If you choose to do so, that's up to you. But if you want to see real change, I don't think supporting negligence is the way to do it. So that's all I have for you for now. We were going to go out and ride today. I don't think that's going to happen. It's a couple degrees warmer than last week, but it's overcast, so it feels even colder. But the good news is I'm off tomorrow, so I will probably get out and ride tomorrow. I don't know if I'll ride with Cindy or by myself, but I should get out and ride tomorrow. But until then, all you have is this. All you have is me bitching about Gotway once again. So if you guys found this video interesting, please give me a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell, which is over there somewhere. Please leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below about this. It seems like from what I've seen, my unscientific examination of social media, it seems like there is a lot of people that feel in a similar manner to me, that they are just sick of this. They're sick of Gotway letting the public be their beta testers. Now, the only thing that I can say is different about this latest string of incidents is that it seems that Gotway actually does have somebody that speaks English that is monitoring social media, because I did see a post that was put in various groups on Facebook acknowledging the fires and with promises to remediate them. So that's something different. We'll see how long that lasts. You know, I'm the kind of guy that, you know, words are words. Don't tell me, show me. So until they show me, I'm not going to show them any financial support. So that's all I have for now. Until next time, Duckman out. Coming to the store soon.